Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Now, what if, just what if, there is an elite group, a secret society, who own half of the world's wealth and are in control of the world's economies and are highly influential to the point that they are puppeteering the governors of the world, or the world's governments? Is that too outrageous to believe? And I'm not talking about the Illuminati when it comes to celebrities like Jay-Z, Beyonce, or even the Church of Yeezys. Oh, Yeezus. No, I'm talking about actual Illuminati. Yes, I am talking about the Illuminati.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms
to push their own personal bias.
and agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
So before I get started, let me give you a quick brief history of the Illuminati. It was founded by this man, Adam Weishaupt, in the 1700s, who happens to be a law professor in Bavaria, which is now a part of modern-day Germany. And he was inspired by Galileo, I feel like. This is my opinion. I'm not really sure. He never expressed it himself. But I feel like, and not because from the idea, from that movie plot of Angels and Demons starring Tom Hanks. No, because Galileo was expelled by the church, and he condemned by the church for sharing opinions and ideas and theories that is science-based, that is unorthodox for that time. And similar with Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati, he resented the church for suppressing modern advancements in scientific exploration. So his plot, his idea for the movement was to share enlightenment, to enlighten the people, to promote advanced science exploration and advancement and sharing ideas and etc. But the Illuminati, according to history, was destroyed in Bavaria, which is why a lot of people today share that opinion of the Illuminati, that it doesn't exist anymore because it was destroyed in the 1700s by the governor of Bavaria. But that can be said also about the Freemasons. As we know, during the 1600s, I believe, the Freemasons were destroyed and banned by the French government. But yet, the country that we live in now, the United States of America, was founded by Freemasons. Every president, from George Washington to the last president, with some exceptions, of course, were members or somehow connected to Freemasons. And even George Washington himself said that the Illuminati infiltrated the Freemasons, according to this document that is displayed in one of the museums in Washington. I'm not sure which museum is that. I think the Museum of Congress or something like that. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, what is the point of a secret society if everybody knows you exist? So it's not crazy to think that the Illuminati is somehow working behind the shadows and they still exist. What is so outrageous about that? That is the point of a secret society. And the alignment between the ideas of Freemasons and their goals and ideals are aligned with the Illuminati. They both want to share enlightenment. They both want to control the freaking masses. Yeah, they have very sinister goals as well that they don't openly share with the community, with the world. So yeah, it's definitely not outrageous. Even governments of history, throughout ancient history to modern day history, governments have always tried to control their people in some way or form. Taxes is a form of control. So the point that I'm trying to make, that is not insane to believe that there's somehow an elite group who happens to control the economy of the world, every economy that exists in the world. They literally control the printing of currency, the value of currency. You're telling me these people with that amount of power are incapable, that they're incapable of controlling the people? The fact that you have an opinion as a liberal that's entirely different from a person who's conservative. Like that you follow a mainstream, which is the mainstream, the news, the TV is the strongest influence that they actually have. And when I say they, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These elite shadow people that are controlling the governments of the world, and by extension, controlling the people of the world. They are using mainstream to influence you. And you, as a liberal, you probably follow CNN. And as a conservative, you probably watch Fox News. You have opinions. You are divided. This is divide and conquer, basic, war tactics, strategy. And it's true, and it happens, and it is implemented in war. And it is implemented now, as we know. Taxes is also a form of control. Why is there a bracket? You ever thought of that? Why is there, every time you get a little bit of money, you have to pay a higher percentage? Does that make any sense? If you're paying 10% of 50,000, it's less than paying 10% of 100,000. You know what I'm saying? It's a fair bracket. A flat rate taxes makes total sense than every time you're paying. But they convince you saying, because the rich deserves a higher bracket than the poor. That is unfair. That is injustice. Actual injustice, if you care anything about justice at all. The fact that you have tolls, that you pay tolls hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars every day to maintain the bridge. Imagine how much they make in a year. They can literally build thousands of bridges from one toll place. It just doesn't make sense. To pay to park your car as a form of control, that's what the fuck it is. Everything has some type of control in some way or form. Even now we see it on social platform, but then the argument is thrown out there. This is private companies. They can censor whoever they want. It's a private company. What happens to freedom of speech? I understand it's a private company. I understand the freedom of commercial, freedom of capitalism, and that these private companies can serve or decline anybody who they want. I understand that entirely. But why now is the point. Why now do they decide to censor certain type of people for the most dumbest reasons? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. Again, types of control. That's all it is. It always boils down to control. They want to control what you consume on social media. They want to control what you share on social media as what is factual information and what isn't. That's why people are resorting to saying that, I'm just a comedian, like Alex Jones. You might think that's a bad example, but he was considered as an independent journalist. And independent journalism is considered a threat. They're considered unreliable and uncredible. Why? Why is that? If they have a legitimate degree from colleges, just like any other person on mainstream media who is a journalist, why are they less credible than those people on mainstream? Because they're on TV? It just doesn't make sense. But you have to do it. Because Alex Jones, as we know, was taken to court because of things that he tweeted and things that he said. And now he resorted to say, he had to resort to say, hey, listen, my whole platform was entertainment purposes. And it's a real thing. And it's a threat. Now, I could say something similar like, hey, listen up. I'm a comedian. A disclaimer. Hey, I'm a comedian. This all jokes. I shouldn't be taken seriously, but here's the facts. Here's the facts, guys. Currency is depleting. The value of money is depleting because it's meant to deplete. It was meant to deplete to the point that currency paper printing machines are no longer in function, and that we all are digitalized. Currency is going to be digitalized because it's easier to control you. It's easier if you're a threat to the government, if you're a domestic terrorist because they claim that you are, because they labeled you as a domestic terrorist for things that you said, for things that is not like Andrew Tate will be considered he's now considered a trafficker with no actual evidence. And literally anybody they brought up said, he wasn't like that to us. Like the women that they claim were trafficked by him, all said that he's a great guy. He never did anything to us or forced us to do anything. I'm not even going to get into that, but the point here is they can literally label you as an abuser, and that's enough to discredit you. Because what's worse than being called an abuser or a rapist, for that matter, with no real evidence even. They don't have to have evidence. They literally could just call you that and repeat that word. He might be a rapist. He might be a rapist. And people automatically assume the worst of you. And especially those who already don't like you will probably continue to share that rumor, regardless of it being factual or not. But the point here about the digital money, the reason why they want digital money now is because if you're a threat, if they consider you as a threat for things that you say, they can just delete your account. You know what I'm saying? Easy peasy. But listen, everything I just said shouldn't be taken seriously. You could do your research or not do your research. People who are smart will do their research, which is great, which is why it's okay to make a disclaimer for your benefit, for your safety, if you're, happen to be taken to court for some text that you text like freaking years ago, right? And your life is threatened because you might be put in jail. It's okay. Say, yeah, I am a comedian. I am a comedian. I am a comedian. This is all for comedy purposes. But because smart people out there who's listening to me will do their own research and realize it for themselves that I've been telling the truth the entire time, but have some sympathy towards the fact that me calling myself a comedian and not representing myself truthfully is for my life and the life of my family even. So yeah, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Like I said, there are a lot of ways of controlling the masses, and we have seen throughout history either forcefully or indirectly forcefully, because if you don't want to pay taxes, you're definitely going to jail. All right, even though taxes was once upon a time a choice, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a choice today. It's not like it's been ruled not a choice, but now because people are willingly paying taxes regardless of what their tax money is being used for, and they could be against or for it. You have no choice but to pay taxes and shut the fuck up unless you want to go to jail. So yeah, there's all the means of control. House mortgages. You get a mortgage and you pay all these interest on it for a lifetime. You get a freaking loan for college and you got a lifetime of freaking debt. It's all form of control. And like I was saying, governments in the past has used force, brutality, like Stalin, like even inspirational words from freaking Hitler. Words can influence the people to do what the hell a person wants. Like, imagine what else. Imagine Hitler had TV and social media and all these things to control the people. Like, imagine the type of followers he would have gained. And you can see it today, like people over here in the United States, they're literally a Nazi movement here in the United States that supports Hitler's ideals, and in the UK and other places in the world. So it is a very powerful tool, and they are using it to control you and subjugate you. Modern day enslavement, that's what it is. Leave a comment down below. By the way, real disclaimer, I am a comedian. Everything I just said shouldn't be taken seriously. I do value my life and the life of my family, so please don't kill me. Thank you. Peace.